So now we're ready. Bill Bunch, please begin.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the Commissioner, for your service to our community. It's greatly appreciated. I'm Bill Bunch. I'm Executive Director of the Save Our Springs Alliance. I've also been a past president of the Zilker Neighborhood Association and participating with our Parks and Environment Committee that includes several other organizations, including the Austin Sierra Club and several other neighborhood groups. I really want to thank Ms. Farrow for donating 3 minutes to my time. Just want to start by identifying what I passed out so you can reference it. 2 documents. The first one is on our Rewild Zilker website, and it's a really great comparison of the rewilding plan that we put forward as an alternative to the city consultant's proposed plan. In each of the key categories, just super simple. You can absorb that in 2 minutes or less. On the back of that, this is actually an excerpted page from our citywide, our Parks, Our Future long-range plan, and specifically the public input. And it shows very clearly what our parks goers, and they specifically were reaching out to parks goers, what they want from our parks. And just, I'll touch the top. Number 1, natural beauty. Number 2, places to connect to nature. Number 3, maintenance. Jump down. 6, places to exercise or be active. 7, quiet places and places to relax. The plan from the consultants does virtually none of those and is hostile to all of them. You look further, their priorities for investments, expanding parkland, buying land, adding to our parks, especially upstream of the springs that are threatened. The springs are the soul of our city, the whole reason we have Zilker Park. We need to be buying and preserving more watershed lands upstream post-haste before it's too late, before they get paved or developed. There's not a dime in this Zilker Park plan for saving the most critical element of the park and really literally the source, our life source for the whole city of Austin. The next document is 3 pages and these put together also by our Rewild Zilker Park group. Fantastic FAQ, fully documented. This is on the website so you can go to it and hit the links, addressing the key issues and especially addressing the elephant that's pretending to not be in the room. The Live Nation Ticketmaster mega monopoly that is the primary owner of ACL these days. They are ubiquitous across the country. They're under Justice Department investigation for antitrust behaviors after violating a previous antitrust agreement with the Justice Department. You might know them from the new Moody Amphitheater in Waller Creek Park that they control and manage. Some people think it's an abomination. Some people like it. I haven't been there yet. 3 other public pieces of property they monopolize. The Austin Football Club on free City of Austin land where they handle ticketing and probably some of the talent as well. The Moody Center on UT property and the Moody Theater across the street from City Hall in the W Hotel, which is also city-owned property. I think it's absurd, and as we state here, that they're not in the room and that this plan was not developed specifically to embed them in the park and to allow them to expand. They started with about 30,000 a year of public attendance. They reported this last year 450,000 attendees. Just one example of how this plan's written for them. 2, the Hillside Theater that nobody asked for clearly would give them a year-round venue in the park by moving it away from Barton Springs. The bridge over the lake is rather clearly meant to serve, letting them expand across the river, because they've already jumped across Barton Springs Road with no public input, no approval from you or the city. They jumped across Barton Creek onto the east side of Barton Creek to inhabit that small part of the park over there. And now they're preparing to jump across the lake to the north side. They've clearly outgrown the park, and we would welcome them staying if they could adjust their programs to allow the rewilding, the restoring of the park, and prioritizing people and daily park use rather than commercial events. The plan really is proposing a commercial outdoor district. It's not a park plan. We put together these maps, which are these are the 5 maps that are in the park plan, and we just went and circled all the construction projects. And we showed these to people out at the pool at New Year's Day and other days, at least recently. Regular parks goers are absolutely clueless about this. And you can stare at these maps, and without the giant red circles saying, look at this, you don't see it. You do not see it. So even people who are trying to participate have a really hard time of understanding what's happening here. Please recommend that this go back to the drawing board. This really should not go forward to council. And please recommend clearly no more privatization. We do not want the umbrella private management corporation.
Thank you.